We have some major updates on WWE 2K26 DLC, including exact release dates and what's going to be in each pack, as well as some additional gameplay features that you might not know about. But before we get into the details, including an interview with one of the developers, leave a like on the video, and if you enjoy wrestling content, subscribe to the channel. As we know, the DLC structure has changed. It's no longer going to be buying a pack to get all the superstars. It's going to be essentially buying a battle pass that you have to work towards and upgrade and earn like XP, and they're going to be called the ringside pass, and then getting the extra editions like the King of Kings edition, Attitude Era edition, or even the Monday Night War edition are going to give you those premium passes for in addition to those games. So, and not really for free, but with the additional price you pay. There's going to be 6 season passes throughout the entire year. And so let's start off with season 1. It's going to launch on March 6th, which is the day of early access, which goes for the King of Kings edition, Attitude Era edition, and Monday Night War edition. The standard edition comes out on the 13th, so you'll be a week behind on the season pass. But a good thing to remember is that these season passes do not expire. So if you buy season 1, which comes out on March 6th, and you don't complete it until January 5th of next year of 2027, it's still going to be available. You'll still get all the content in there. You just got to take your time. So that's a really cool feature to have there. But season 1, the exact description says, and of course, sorry about this, it is already posted on like the Nintendo Switch shop. This is posted from like Xbox, PlayStation. Like, this is confirmed. This is not just like rumors. This is already out there on the consoles that are really talking about it. So it says season 1, March 6th. Get the action started with Ringside Pass Premium Season 1. Unlock the ability to earn additional rewards on the premium track, which we talked about, including 4 all new playable superstars. So that's kind of the gist. We'll see it later on. It's gonna be about 4 DLC characters per pack, so looking at about 24 characters overall. I mean, it's cool to have DLC packs, but I want to know what's gonna be in each pack before I pay money for an additional edition like the Attitude Era edition, and just hope I like them. So I at least want to know what I'm going to get beforehand, so I hope they announce that, but we'll have to see. Now, the Ringside Pass Season 2 will come out on May 4th, so about 2 months later. So everything is about a month, 2 months later. It says Ringside Pass Premium Season 2 turns up the heat with 4 new playable superstars ready to shake up your roster. Jump into the action with more attitudes, more rivalries, and more reasons to throw down. If you read into it, you have like shake up with more your roster, so obviously new characters, more action, more attitude. So I'm thinking attitudes, probably more of the Attitude Era pack. Some probably people that didn't make the cut for base roster, they want to just put them behind DLC and behind a paywall. More rivalry, so I'm guessing it's going to be maybe people in here that aren't in the base roster that they were rivaled together. So like a DLC pack of, I'm just saying, Edge and Christian, obviously, or I don't know, just some people that were already in a rivalry together that neither of them are already in the game. That's just what I'm going to assume here. Ringside Pass Season 3 comes out on June 29th. It says that Ringside Pass Season 3 kicks the doors wide open with 4 all-new superstars, each bringing fresh vibes, signature styles, and moves built to shake up your matchups in WWE 2K26. So when it says, bringing fresh vibes, I'm going to assume this is more of like a future pack. Like people in NXT that didn't quite make the cut, or people more on the modern day side. I don't expect any legends in this pack, but I could be very wrong. So I'm going to assume that Season 3 is going to be more of like TNA, NXT, but younger people. Season 4 comes out on August 24th, saying that Ringside Pass Season 4 adds 4 new playable superstars built to reshape your universe, fueling new alliances, rivalries, and dream matchups that push your 2K26 roster to the next level. I'm going to assume this is going to be a mixture of both legends and modern day stars. Ringside Pass Season 5 comes out on October 19th, says that Ringside Pass Season 5 brings 4 more hard-hitting superstars built for high-octane actions across the island, towers, and beyond. Hit harder, fly harder, and gear up for fresh rivalries and rematches that raise the stakes across every mode. As we can assume that in every single pass there's going to be content for like your creator character, for the island, but towers, that's something interesting, something unique right here. I'm guessing it's gonna be a part of the island where you go through and I think like Mortal Kombat towers where you kind of take on like a gauntlet of people. But it'll be more interesting to see when more details come out about all of this. And the last one, Season Pass 6, comes out on December 14th, saying that it storms in with 4 show-stealing superstars ready to shake every ladder, cage, and arena, unlock new movesets, spark unpredictable clashes on the island, and push your towers runs to all new heights. Now, a very fun fact here, a very funny wording, is that last year they had a pack all about NBA. So like Tyrese Halliburton, they had Shaq, they had Jalen Brunson. Imagine this. It says to push your tower runs to all new heights. Obviously, New Heights, that is the podcast with Jason Kelsey and Travis Kelsey. Imagine if they had a football pack. Jason Kelsey has appeared on WWE television, so I'm going to put a prediction out there. Season 6, we're going to get a Jason Kelsey playable character. Obviously, none of that is confirmed, but imagine if they did that. So moving on from the DLC packs, going to more gameplay mechanics here. It says, quote, one of the most intriguing elements that the developers have mentioned is the move to ragdoll physics, which brings another layer of unpredictability and realism to the game. And this is a quote from one of the developers. If if I do a suplex and I am close enough to the ledge, I can actually have somebody land over off the ledge. In fact, I could go off the ledge if I'm not careful, Derek, one of the developers, has said. So that's really cool. We've seen it in I think it's AEW Fight Forever. Essentially that it's no longer like animation based. It's not going to be like, well, if I do a suplex, I'm super close to the edge, I have to just do the suplex like I would normally. Now it's going to be if my leg's close to that rope, I'm hitting the rope. If my foot's close to the chair, I'm hitting the chair. If my body's momentum would carry me actually off of the ring, I'm going to go off of the ring. I think that's super cool. It says brings new realism and unpredictability. I think Ragdoll is absolutely amazing. And I'm so excited for it to be in this game here. Now, the next one he says, while we're on the subject of weapons, you can also expect the shopping cart in certain environments, while tables can be stacked, which in turn plays into the Ragdoll physics. Quote, again from the developer, you can now double stack tables, throw somebody from inside the ring to outside the ring or off of a high ledge and break 2 tables at once, which is awesome. A big way you interact with tables is going over a ledge and through it, and there are now just infinitely more ways for that to happen through normal moveset attacks. When he says like going over a ledge, you would think going from the ring, outside the ring, through a table. It could be over a ledge, like I'm on a ladder, I'm now pushed off a ladder. But the ability to like no longer make it defined by animation, going to, well, I push you off a ladder, but I can't actually have you off the ladder to the outside. And if I do hit the outside, you have to hit the ground here. It's no, if logistically, if where I'm doing the ladder is set up and I'm going to push you and how it would fall, your body would actually go outside. You're going to go outside. And if you happen to hit the table, it's going to break. It's not going to like move the table out of the way, which you've seen in other games. Breaking 2 tables is cool. I did see in the gameplay trailer, it was Devon Dudley doing like setting up the tables. So it's cool to have like 2 tables stacked. The way they break, the actual animation looks about the same, but just having 2 tables stacked is going to be awesome and add another element to Extreme Rules and hardcore matches, which I think they're really focusing on this year with the Attitude Era. Now, he says it's not just about weapons, but the game also introducing interactive entrances with certain animations based on whether you're a babyface or a heel, and pyro to trigger at certain stages, barricade combat building on last year's diving attacks, and a new standoff match mode. In the past, an animation would play and the bell would ring, throwing you straight into the action, but this time you get the options like drawing energy from the crowd, going for a handshake, trading blows, chain wrestling, or even rushing before the bell rings. What all that means is that in 2K25, they added the ability for entrances. You can kind of like control the camera. You can like pan over here. You can do like first person. You can kind of do all this kind of stuff here. They're going to add even more to that. So now let's say if I'm controlling the entrance, I'm doing the camera, and you know what, I want pyro right here. I can hit pyro. If I want my guy to kind of go out here and maybe play up the crowd a little bit and be a heel, I can do a heel tactic there. So it's not only just like you're watching the same entrance every single time. It's you really are controlling the camera. You really are controlling aspects of the entrance. So I think it's pretty cool. The stand-up match mode is going to be really cool. The bottom paragraph here. They used to have in some old SmackDown vs. Raw games, but essentially it's not like I watch the entrance, and then go. It's going to be okay. I want to hear. Do I want to start the match with a handshake? Do I want to start with the trading blows, chain wrestling, anything like that? And so it kind of gives you more personality, more feel for the game. Not every match is going to start the same. If I want to have a face versus face, CM Punk and John Cena, and I want a match that start with a handshake, I can do that. If I want to build a Ring of Honor, the Code of Honor, handshake every match, I can do that. If I want to have Cody Rhodes go for a handshake, but Obafemi just attacks him before, we can do that too. I think it's just going to add so much more dynamics and so much more of a different role you get to play in every match, and can make each match feel unique. So I'm super excited about the entrances and the before match antics there. Which then goes into here, which is picture-in-picture in the Royal Rumble, is something that people have been asking for so long. Being able to break away from the older consoles, it allows to invest in these more current techniques and running techniques. So this is about dropping last gen, so no PS4, no Xbox One, really using the hardware of the new systems, PS5, Xbox One, Series X, Series S. So what's going to happen is that in the Royal Rumble, it used to be like you're having the match 3, 2, 1, and then someone comes out, but you just focus on the ring, and then the new wrestler just appears in the ring. He runs in, but now it's going to be, well, I'm in the ring, action's happening, but then the wrestler comes out, picture in picture, so I get to see what's happening in the ring, but in a little side square, I'm going to see the person making his entrance coming into the ring. It's something really cool, just to be like, entrances are a part of the Royal Rumble, and I want to see them. I want to see what is happening. I want to see them, come down to the ring, and so that's awesome. Just getting to see an additional aspect getting added to the game. Royal Rumbles aren't happening, like, they're one of my most played match types, but it's nice to get a little quality of life updates, and it gives me hope that other modes and other matches will also get some quality of life updates like this. So let me know in the comment section, what are you most excited for the DLC packs, about the gameplay updates, or anything you've heard? What are you excited about for WWE 2K26? And make sure you leave a like on the video and subscribe if you like wrestling content. See you in the next video.